Hello, everyone. Welcome to the last day of the Star Citizen Anniversary Special. What a week plus a day it has been. So many people have been playing and enjoying themselves. We are at a point now where the only records in crowdfunding that we are able to break as Star Citizens are records that we have set ourselves. Before the sale began, we reached 200 million crowdfunded dollars. We are now beyond that at 207 million plus some. This is an amazing community in an amazing game. And tonight we're going to look at the final day and a collection of various manufacturers filling various niches throughout the Star Citizen universe. Let's get it. Consolidated Outland, Tumbril. This is
Welcome
an amazing
to day
game.
8 and our last day of the 2948 anniversary special. I'm Sandy Gardner.
I'm Chris Roberts.
Our biggest free fly event to date is continuing today, and over the last 8 days, we featured a different ship manufacturer every day and made all of their flyable ships available to test fly for free.
Yeah, which was very cool and first time we've ever done that. And hopefully you've all had a chance to get into the game and try out all these flyable ships. To close out our 8 days of manufacturer spotlights with a bang, we've rallied the ships and vehicles of Consolidated Outland, Tumbril Land Systems, Argo Astronautics, and Kruger Intergalactic and Crusader Industries.
To discuss all of those manufacturers, here are John Crew, Mike Conchella, Stephen Cam, and Jared Huckabee.
Talk to us about your favorite FPS.
The Castak twin-barreled sniper rifle.
Yeah, they're much more conservative and
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a personal railgun.
honed in. They really honed it in.
Yeah, nothing's more normal than a railgun.
Yeah, you just carried a railgun. Yeah, no big deal.
And with that, we begin day 8, our final day of our anniversary promotion. I like to call it, the last category on our Jeopardy board from Anvil to Aegis to Misk. I like to call this one potpourri.
Take potpourri for 500. Yeah.
Take potpourri for 500. It's all the manufacturers who aren't quite as prolific as the big 7. So today we're talking about Crusader Industries. We're talking about Consolidated Outlands. Who else are we talking about?
Grey Cats.
Great Cat Industrial.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who else are we talking about?
Tumbril.
Tumbril, maker of the Cyclone.
Like, not ships necessarily, but
Ground view. Tumbril land systems.
Yeah. There's another manufacturer I know you've been eager to talk about.
Kruger.
Kruger Intergalactic.
Kruger Intergalactic.
Maker of the Merlin and the.
They make some excellent snub craft, and they make some really cool guns. Speaking of guns.
Now, all told, these potpourri manufacturers or boutique manufacturers, although Crusader Industries is pretty big, they're probably a little too big to call boutique. They make up 23 ships in the Star Citizen universe, and of those 23, 15 are flyable in the game
Pretty
right
high
now.
ratio.
That is high.
Yeah.
So we've got the 5 Cyclones, which are our ground vehicles. Let's talk about the Cyclones for a minute before we get to everything else. The Cyclone's one of the most exciting recent additions to Star Citizen because ground gameplay with the advent of our procedural planet system, we've got more than just space. We've got planets and moons and whatnot. You've driven a Cyclone. I'm assuming
Not
it's
in real
part of
life.
your balance. What's driving a Cyclone like?
It's fast and wild. Like, that thing shifts. And if you were driving it in reality, you probably wouldn't drive it that fast because you just don't know what's coming over that next hill. But in-game, you hit those bumps, you go flying, and it's great.
We got the Grey Cat Buggy,
PTV.
the Grey Cat PTV.
Personal transport vehicle.
Everyone calls it the buggy, and everyone knows it as the buggy, but it's
Do
actually.
you know what PTV stands for?
I'm going to guess personal transport vehicle.
I'm going to guess that you're correct.
One of the things that we're introducing brand new with Alpha 3.3 is our ship store, our in-game ship store, where you'll be able to purchase many of these ships. And one of the things I'm excited about is the Grey Cat. Right now, there's no way to get a Grey Cat.
It's a bit of a weird story, that thing, because back when the project first started, planets and sort of easily accessible, like huge open terrain wasn't a thing, and the Grey Cat only came about because the hangars got so big, people got fed up of walking from one end to the other.
It's a driver on your
Oh man, I
So we
remember
made
that
this thing to help you
spacesuit.
drive from one end of the hangar to the other. It was never actually a vehicle to get. It was hangar flare.
It was just meant to get from
So-
one end of your hangar to another end of the hangar. And then I had a conversation with Jake Ross where I said, hey, when the first version of ArcCorp got added in, and I said, hey, you know what? It'd be really cool if we could drive the buggy around ArcCorp.
It was not
And
cool.
it was not cool. I've had a couple ideas that have contributed to Star Citizen. That was not my best idea. I take responsibility for that one.
Well, I mean, who knew? They were unexpectedly explosive.
They were
They were like the Pinto of the Star Citizen
so much fire.
Right?
Who knew people
Who do we
couldn't be
blame for
trusted to behave in a sensible way?
We've got Kruger, the makers of
It
the.
makes the Merlin and the Archimedes a snub craft, which is sort of, I feel like the snub craft are like the ship equivalents of the Grey Cat in a weird way, because they come, they kind of sit inside a bigger ship and they get, launched
Yeah,
from there.
they don't get the glory of the bigger ships.
And the Merlin, which is flyable in game right now, it's a speedy little.
Yeah, it's got a little pocket rocket.
Pocket rocket.
That's the new.
Merlin is a
that's what it
pocket rocket. We'll see that.
I
show
can't.
up on
I
the Spectrum.
cannot believe
And
that
then
they said that.
What we're going to spend most of the time talking about today are the ships of Consolidated Outlands, the Mustang line. Now, we talked earlier on the RSI day about how there are more RSI spaceships than any other company. RSI makes up almost 500,000 ships. Number 2 is Consolidated Outland. Consolidated Outland is the number 2 most populous manufacturer, and that's
all
entirely
Mustangs.
on the strength of the Mustang line.
all
Let's
those-
talk about the Mustang line.
Yeah, so the Mustang was quite a different spaceship compared to all the ones that came before, and it's sort of the company's ethos is.
I
do
can't pretend
something
I'm a fan of the
different, so do it in
Mustang.
a different way. So it looks very different. It behaved very different. The original version of it before 3.3 landed on its wings. It had the little periscope tube to get in. Like the Aurora, it sort of touched all the bases to cover them.
Well, it was first introduced as an alternative to the
Yeah.
Aurora. So we've got the Mustang Alpha,
Yep.
which is your
It's your sort of everyday.
Is that the cargo variant?
Yeah,
It's sort of a
base
simple,
model.
it's a
It's your
great
base
starter
model.
ship. It's
Yeah,
a great,
it can carry some cargo. It's got the little external droppy cargo
Right.
area.
Mustang Beta.
The Mustang Beta. Oh, that's the little. That's the camper.
That one's
yeah,
the
the camper.
camper,
That's
yeah.
the
Bang
one with
Stang.
the bangs.
And I can name ships too. I can make nicknames for ships.
If this Mustang's rocking, you know the rest.
Well, even just the novelty of having a living space in a ship that size is actually a
Yeah,
pretty cool
which
thing.
is exactly. Which
Yeah.
is
You know,
which is rare for like a little fighter.
It's like living in our apartment, you know?
Then we got the Mustang Gamma. What's the Mustang Gamma?
It's a racer, so it has, I think, a third engine actually. Fewer weapons because typically for racing, all of the Mustangs have a center portion that is different from one variant to the next.
the bit that
So,
changes between them all.
The Alpha keeps its cargo there, the Beta keeps its living space there, the Gamma keeps an engine there.
And brings us around to the Delta.
Which is the combat one. So it comes with extra weapons on it. It has, not only does it have extra guns, but it also has rocket pods under the wings.
And of course, we do offer a variety of starter packs. For people's first introduction to Star Citizen, when people want to get started in Star Citizen, the first choice that you generally make is, do I start with an Aurora or do I start with a Mustang? And this weekend, we are introducing brand new discounted starter packages as the absolute cheapest, least expensive time to get into Star Citizen. It's at a reduced price, and you can get them for either the Aurora or the Mustang. Since we're here on Consolidated Outland today, I'm going to say, get the Mustang one.
I mean, the Mustang's it's more stylish.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's because your
The
Aurora's
Aurora-
more utilitarian.
It has its charm, but it's not sleek.
You're not
and-
making a statement like you're on a Mustang, right? No.
Meant to be fun to fly.
Well, it looks cool. They look interesting, right? They have like an interesting, because that was the whole background of it is that Silas Kerner, who founded Consolidated Outland, was sick and tired of ships looking what he thought were outdated, basically, at the time.
Lore-wise, it's if you remind me, maybe he had unpleasant things to say about a lot of ships.
Yeah, he wasn't a big fan of the modern trends in ship, in most of the design. So Consolidated Outland actually started making conversion kits for existing ships to kind of make them look cooler, like spoilers and stuff like that,
Spoilers on everything.
Yeah.
Way back Consolidated Outland.
A lot of the MISC ships have those spoilers on them already. So
Yes, they do.
That's right.
Now, in addition to those flyable ships, we do have a number of ships from these manufacturers, especially the ones from Crusader Industries, that haven't made their way into the game just yet. Let's take a few moments and talk about which ship from these manufacturers you're most looking forward to making their way into Star Citizen.
I'll go with the Starlifter.
The Mercury Starlifter from Crusader Industries.
Crusader, yeah. Just
Beast.
Yeah, it is. It's the big heavy lifter. It's the only ship in the game really that can easily carry the tank. Everyone loves the tank.
Tumbril Nova.
The tonk.
Like when they
No
came,
game is
Tonk,
complete
tonk.
without a tank.
when they came to you and said we're going to put a tank in the game, were you just like, yeah, that
We just
figures.
ran out of the room and just started doing it.
It's too big for a
Waiting
tank,
for
though.
that day.
That isn't a tank. That's a mobile artillery
the-
platform.
M2 Hercules gunship, because well, it's supposed to come with these really large bombs, isn't it?
Very, I think we
can
call them
solve
the
a lot.
mother of all bombs.
Can solve a lot of things.
Moab.
Yeah,
A lot of things with the excessive
Horrific.
application of
Fire
bombs.
something
Yeah.
tells me those are going to be popular.
You could either do one huge bomb, right?
Yeah,
Or
or you can-
multiple, like you can carpet bomb. You have a carpet,
Yeah.
you can swap it out. So you can do like a carpet bombing situation, or you can do
Good
one
luck balancing that.
giant,
Yeah, thanks.
giant sort of to clear out a canyon full of.
I'm just saying I think people will have fun with
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
Lots and lots of perhaps
People on the ground aren't gonna be
unreasonable
having
quantities
fun.
of fun with that, yeah. Well, you need something to balance out those tanks, right?
Oh, that's true.
So we have one last Highlander to do. Highlander is the last question I ask. It's where we take all the ships available from the manufacturers that we're discussing today. You line them up to end, you can only keep one. What is it?
Such a huge range.
It is.
This is the
Yeah, it
toughest
goes
one. We
from-
kept first
yeah.
one to the
And there's nothing,
off-road
so many of them were
vehicles
nothing
to
alike.
giant ships. That's these are.
I'm gonna go for the tank.
and keep the
Oh, I
tank.
like
The
it.
tank.
I like it.
Just be that one guy in the tank.
Just camp out on a moon and just own that moon.
Nobody said you can't operate the tank in space.
Well,
Well,
you
it's
need a
gonna take,
conversion
like,
kit
the
to put some
A-team.
thrusters on it.
Consolidated Outland's conversion kit to add wings and a spoiler.
I guarantee you Silas Kerner has some ideas about how we can make that tank cooler. Right?
Fly a tank. Somebody's going to try to fly a tank.
I'm
We'll
sure.
have that video.
I mean, I'm sticking with the Mercury. You know,
Yeah, the Star
it's
Runner.
cargo, it's data, it's fast, it's got good weapons, it's got turrets, it's got
lot of
living
things.
quarters. It's
So
kind of got a
attractive
little
for
bit of
me.
everything.
It's that Millennium Falcon.
It's got the
kind of
it's got the
gameplay.
Millennium Falcon like vibe to it.
So the tank,
The Mercury.
and your ship.
Oh, so hard. I think I might stick with the Starliner, if only so that
Nice.
I can get a bunch of people in there and do an airplane movie. I think doing a proper airplane movie in a Starliner should be a life goal for, if not me, for somebody. I
with
think it
VoIP
needs to
and
be done.
VoIP.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I think we could recreate all sorts of movies. You could do airplane, obviously. You could do
Yeah,
on air.
You could do Air Force One.
Air Force
I
One.
have to ask, surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Thank you guys so much for being here. These weren't, I didn't use these or anything, these were pointless. Thank you so much for being here this week, guys. This has been fun. Let's do it again next year. No.
So, the one ship they didn't mention that I really hope wish they had, was the Consolidated Outland Pioneer, the mobile construction yard that allows you to set up planetary bases, or moon bases, or an asteroid base if you can find a rock big enough, which presents logistical challenges. Of all the ships talked about today, that is the one that, as a mercenary company leader, I'm particularly interested in because I love the idea of setting up my outpost and establishing a headquarters. But guys, this is the end of the Star Citizen anniversary, so we're going to have to wait a year to get more of these videos and manufacturer takedowns with Jared, Huckabee, and the team. I hope you guys enjoyed this last week. I hope you guys got some good flying time in. And until next time, everybody, I am Z, this is Vucari Games. Let me know your favorite ships from these manufacturers in the comments down below. And keep an eye out for me in the verse. Until then, everybody, fly safe.